know, technically I am a Gen Z too. See, I am one big freak, but not because of the following reasons. I have my own other reasons, okay? We'll need a separate video for that.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Swasti Jain and you are watching Blossom Phoenix. It's my first video since my birthday. Am I looking older and wiser? I reckon not. Back to the video. See, all that I'm going to tell you are just some stupid humorous things which are basically just facts. Now, let's discuss why Gen Zs are nuts, shall we? But before that, the word of this week is ephemeral, which means something that is short-lived. Now, let's go. Number 1. Abbreviations. Here's the thing about abbreviations or slangs, a little bit is fine, logical. You don't know the whole spelling, I get it, me neither, and even I like a few, like ghosting. But if we are talking and I have to keep changing my tabs with Google to search for your stupid abbreviations, then brother, you are trouble and I am not down. These days abbreviations are so complex, like you legit need a crash course for them. Like, why are you using so many abbreviations? We are chatting on the phone, this ain't gonna save any paper, so there's clearly no aim to save the environment, then why? Why are you doing this to me? You see this? This is annoying. With writing TC, you don't show your true intent to actually wanting me to take care of myself. I swear to God, if I receive one more TC, I promise I will send you your transfer certificate. Transfer from my life to freaking Hogwarts or anywhere else. Just not here. And the classic, when people casually say love you. Is love you an abbreviation for I love you? I'm not sure. Either way, I hate that. If you can't bother putting an I before it, then you are lying. I don't believe that. In fact, now I believe that you're a fake lying person. People are casually saying love you like it's LOL. See, love you is not an equivalent for LOL because it stands for laugh out loud, not lots of love. And I'm gonna laugh out loud if anyone else sends me love you or lots of love or LOL or whatever. So much confusion. What was I saying? Yes, I love you. No, LOL. Number 2, dates. I'm not really sure if it's the millennials who started the whole date thing, but Gen Zs have definitely taken it on whole new levels. You know, honestly, I do like a few things about it. When it was first started by the millennials, like people were so chivalrous and courteous and would ask each other out properly with confidence. They were like, hello, can I please take you out for a date? Let me please take you for dinner. You see, so chivalrous and confident. Who doesn't like that? And now it's all like, let's chill, bro. What the hell? How am I supposed to take anything seriously? Anyway, that's not my area of concern. I am concerned about a more alarming issue, and that is, you'll know. The conventional setup for a date is, first you get all dolled up, nice outfit, fragrance, I like it. Then you go to some fancy or cozy restaurant, good so far, and then you order food, best part. And then food comes, and now is the best time to talk stuff and do the whole get to knowing thing. Hold up, you see this plate of food that I ordered, that I've been waiting for the waiter to bring? You want me to ignore it and talk to you? Don't be selfish. That's rude. That's rude to this poor plate, to the chef, to the waiter, and to the whole food community. And I'm gonna stand up for the food rights. Hashtag food deserves better. And I'm not gonna even smile because it's serious. So brother, you best believe that every single word that has came out of your mouth after the food has been served have not reached anywhere near to my ear. Because this food, this plate has my undivided attention. But we do have something in common though, that we both are thinking about calories. I am thinking about gaining them and you are thinking about how to lose them. Too far. This is too real to reveal. What I feel a more sensible approach would be, let's not be fake and set up our priorities. First, we both gonna eat like homies and brothers. And now, the possibility of me being hangry is out of the picture. Now you can go ahead and tell me your name and stuff and do the whole get to knowing each other thing. And even I want to share a story with you. Years ago, I was backpacking across Western Europe. No. Number 3, ships. The only ships I understand are friendship and a romantic committed relationship. And anything beyond that is like Titanic for me, which would probably sink. These days there are so many ships, like there is no fish in the sea anymore because all the fishes are caught up by these ships. And pun intended. And that's not even the worst part. these ships have so many terminologies like what? Situationship, breadcrumbing, benching, groundhogging, love bombing and whatnot. Honestly, now there is a term for every situation. If you're talking, then you're in a talkationship. If you're texting, that you're in a textationship, and so on. I'm sure there must also be a term for the relationship between me and my postman uncle. It's a mess. And even with all these terminologies, you know what the classic is? It's complicated. Oh, you're telling me that your relationship status is complicated? You know what's complicated? It's learning all these terminologies and keeping a track of your various complications. Honestly, it has become a joke now. Relationships these days are so ephemeral that even this pen is gonna be working more than your relationship. So now when anyone tells me that they are in a relationship, I'm like LOL. And not lots of love, but laugh out loud. Number 4, roast culture. I know I've talked about it before, but I feel it's a very serious thing. See, I'm a Jain, so I cannot bear anything roasted, be it animals or people. Like, how is this funny? You roast a person in front of all these people who are giggling, and that's supposed to be flattering. I don't think there is even a single person who wants to be roasted and enjoys it. Then why? If you don't like it for yourself, then why would you put somebody else in the same place? It works same the both ways. And if there is anyone who wants to say that I love being roasted, then you, my friend, are living in some serious denial. And that's all for today. If you like this video, or if you have not liked this video but you have still watched it this far, then I'm sure that you can bear me for some more time. So make sure you check out my other videos as well. They must be popping out somewhere here, or also I'll put the links in the description box below, so it's easy peasy lemon squeezy for you. And yes, please like, share and subscribe to Flossom Phoenix, and I know you would do it because you're an awesome Phoenix. And also you can put your views in the comment section below, like what are the things that you like about Gen Zs or do not like it as much. I'd love to read them. And that's all for today. Until then, be happy.